Welcome to our next lesson. In our next lesson, we have angles of a quadrilateral. Angles of a quadrilateral. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to use the property that the angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So down here we have a key term. We need to know what a quadrilateral is. So a quadrilateral means all shapes that have four angles. For example, we have a square. Square has four angles. Then we have a rectangle. A rectangle has four angles. And then we have trapezium. Trapezium has four angles. Parallelogram and other shapes. So all these shapes with four angles are called quadrilateral shapes. Now let us take note that although the sides of individual angles can vary, but the sum of all angles in this is the same for any shape with four angles. This means that any shape with four angles, if we add these four angles, the sum will be the same. The sum will be the same. So all angles add up to 360 degrees. It means that if we add these four angles, the answer will be 360 degrees. Now, opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. We know a parallelogram, so its opposite angles are equal. So whenever you are given a parallelogram, for you to find the size of unknown angles, just check the opposite angles. So if one angle is given, that means the other angle, which is the opposite to it, the same size, has the same size. Now here, how can we calculate the size of the unknown angle in this diagram? So we have example here. The question says calculate the size of the unknown angle in this diagram. So we have a diagram. Let us have a look. Here we have a trapezium. A trapezium has four angles. So let us check angles inside the trapezium. We have angle 135 degrees, and then we have angle 50 degrees, then we have angle 70 degrees, then we have angle L. But the property says if we add all these four angles, the answer will be 360. It means that for us to find the value of this unknown angle, which is angle L, we are going to add 135 degrees and 50 degrees and 70 degrees. The answer that we are going to get, we are going to subtract it from 360 degrees to find the size of angle marked L. Now let us focus on solution. So we are saying 135 degrees plus 50 degrees plus 70 degrees plus L is equal to 360 degrees. So if we add 135, 50 and 70, we are going to find that the answer is 255 degrees plus L is equal to 360 degrees. So for us to find the value of L, it means that we are going to move 255 degrees from left hand side to the right hand side. So whenever a positive number jumps the equal sign, becomes negative. So we are going to subtract 255 degrees from 360 degrees, and the answer is 105 degrees, which is the size of angle R. So this is how we calculate the size of the unknown angle in parallelogram. In quadrilaterals. Now here we have example 2. Example says work out the size of the unknown angle in this diagram. So we have a diagram here. If you can check inside the diagram we have 4 angles, and also if we can check it, we are going to identify the diagram, and the diagram is a parallelogram. Remember, the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So inside there we don't have any angle which is given, but if we check outside the shape or outside the parallelogram, we have angle 125 degrees, which is exterior angle. So we are going to use that angle to find the size of unknown angles inside that parallelogram. Now, remember, in our previous lesson, we learned that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. It means that for us to find the value or the size of angle S, we are going to subtract 125 degrees from 180 degrees. So solution, 125 degrees plus S is equal to 180 degrees. Why? Angles on a straight line. So for us to find the value of X, we are going to subtract 125 degrees from 180 degrees. So the answer is 55 degrees. That is the size of angle S. Now, we know that angle S is equal to angle U. Have you seen where S is and U is? Those angles are opposite. So the opposite angles of a parallelogram are the same. It means that angle S is 55 degrees and also angle U is 55 degrees. They are the same. Those are opposite angles. Then we are going to say angle S plus U plus V plus T. That means all the angles inside the parallelogram is equal to 360 degrees. Why? Angles of a parallelogram. Now, we know that angle S is 55 degrees and angle U is 55 degrees. So if we add these angles, we are going to find that the answer is 110 degrees. So plus V plus T is equal to 360 degrees. So let us subtract 110 from 360 degrees. Then you are going to get the answer 250 degrees. But this angle or this size is the size of two angles, okay, V and T. So for us to find the value or the size of each angle, we are going to divide 250 degrees by 2. Why? Because these angles are the same, they are opposite. Okay, V is opposite to T. That means we are going to divide 250 by 2 to find the angle or the size of each angle. So therefore, angle V is equal to 125 and so angle T is equal to 125 degrees. So that is the end of the lesson. Thank you for listening.